I'm reading Libra Cortes, the part of fortune and its effects. In a nocturnal chart, the signs from moon to sun. In a diurnal chart, from sun to moon. Take the number of signs, starting with the ascendant, count them off. The last number shows the sign of the part of fortune. This is a general calculation which we have included so not to seem to left anything out. There is a more detailed way of commuting the part of fortune, and it is one that you should follow in all charts. If you do, you'll be able to give a true explanation of the houses. We shall explain these things more clearly when we come to the Sefer Barbaria, the divine Abraham and the wise Achilles. Endeavored to discuss these most correct copulations, but they were about to speak about part of fortune which is found in this way. In a diurnal chart, from the degree from the sun counts all degrees to the moon, including one as she is in. Taking that number, begin from the degree of the ascendant and numbering to the right side, allot 30 degrees to every sign. The last degree is the part of fortune. In a nocturnal chart, do the same, but count the degrees of the moon to that of the sun. The part of fortune shows the quality of life, the amount of inheritance, the course of good and bad fortune. Also love and the action and affection towards men and women, the effects of child care, all desires. It shows fatherland and easy. Abram called it in the place of the moon. Therefore observe who the ruler is of the sign and to the degree of the part of fortune, what it is and whose terms the part is in. Also in what house and each ruler is in, whether the first, second angles, in favorable or dejected houses, in their exaltation or fall, whether each ruler is an aspect to the part of fortune, or if their angles are aspect to each other. When you have carefully investigated all this, then observe who the ruler is of that degree of the moon in a nocturnal chart, or of the sun in the diurnal chart, and see if this is a ruler and aspect to the part of fortune. If one planet is found to be the ruler of all these degrees, it is favorably located in the signs which he rejoices, or in his exaltation, or in his own house that indicates a lucky chart. If this planet is well located within the sun and moon in the aspect to the part of fortune, still greater good fortune is indicated by a mutable aspect. If the part of fortune is on one of the angles, an aspect to the moon, this indicates an even greater good fortune. But if there is not one ruler of the sign in the part of fortune, and in terms of the sun and moon, the one that which has the greatest power should be the most important in the forecast. If this one is benefic and a favorable sign, its exaltation in his own house, or in the first angles an aspect to a part of fortune, a great and noble chart is indicated. The prediction holds if the planet is in exactly on angles, but if it is only roughly located on angles, and the indication is for a mediocre chart. The native will be lucky beyond measure, not oppressed by want, but both if well located. The ruler of the sign in terms of part of fortune is an unfavorable sign. This is in which they rejoice, in which they are exalted, or in their own houses located exactly on the angles. They predict such great good fortune that the natives close to the indication is for a modest increase in good fortune. If the ruler is in the sign of the part of fortune, and the ruler of his terms, and the ruler of the terms which is moon is well located in their exaltation, or in the houses of their own signs, they will rejoice in the first angles. They will make emperors who rule extents throughout the whole world, and whose power is great, and approaches to that of the gods. But what if the stars have mentioned none is favorable, located native, or be oppressed by ill fortune to the end of his life? Observe especially the MC and the sign which is a 4 for the ascendant. If none of these stars we have mentioned are favorably located, look whether a benefic planet follows its power of its own condition, or the MC, or an aphoria to the ascendant. If one is found, the preceding evil is alleviated in process of time. But if all the planets we have mentioned are badly located, and there's no benefic planet on the MC, or anaphora to the ascendant, the chart will show unending bad fortune. But I observed carefully the enunciation of part of fortune. that is the meaning of the chart will not escape you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.